Some of body language signs when someone is attracted to you. Body language is an essential ingredient of attraction. When we talk about love, dating, and romance, body language plays a big role. You are not alone if you struggle with these basic attraction questions. Is she attracted to me? Does he like me? Why didn't they call? Body language will give you the tools to know where you stand. To understand modern-day nonverbal signal of attractions, it is helpful to look at the history of where our body language comes from. Our caveman ancestors used the same body language we use today. Although gender is a spectrum, male and female body language traditionally tends to differ in certain ways. For example, women are more likely to widen their eyes, which makes them appear more inviting, while men are more likely to spread their legs, which results in them taking up more personal space. Online therapy service can help you learn more and navigate these body language signs. While some research shows that men and women exhibit attractions in different ways, as well as how gender affects the ways we read body language, many people share certain aspects of body language attractions, regardless of biological sex, gender identifications, or being attracted to the same or opposite sex. That said, it is important to recognize that these are general guidelines, and many people may express or read body language in a unique way. Most important, reading body language should generally be seen as a guide rather than a go-ahead. Attaining explicit verbal consent is essential and should never be forgone simply because there may be indicators of psychological attractions through body language. Female attractions through body language. Women are more adept at expressing and reading body language cues. According to Monica Moore, professor at Webster University in St. Louis, and when it comes to sending the signals, women often have a particular set of indicators compared to men. For example, there may be certain cues in terms of posture and what she does with her hands when she's around a man she's attracted to. Some study shows that women may be most attracted to men whose specific male body language exude dominance and masculinity and is suggestive of physical size. They may respond to this type of body language with a kind that shows submissiveness and indicates fertility. Unless you spend time paying close attention, the signs which are listed next can be easy to miss. Number 1. Showing fertility. Even if on a subconscious level, body language has a great deal to do with sexual excitement and attractions, which is biologically related to fertility. So, when a woman is attracted to men, she may express signs of her own fertility. Though this can vary widely. For example, she might wear her hair down and traditionally associated with femininity, tilt her head to exposing more pheromones, or open up her body toward you, such as uncrossing arms or legs. Number 2. Preening behaviors. Women may be more likely to engage in preening behaviors around someone they find attractive. For example, there may be an increase in hair touching and general concern for their physical appearance. For instance, if she is wearing makeup, she might excuse herself to touch it up in the bathroom, or if you are out walking, she might glance in the shop window to ensure she is looking her best. Number 3. Licking lips. If a woman is attracted to someone, she might be more likely to lick her lips. The added moisture makes them glossier and can thus be a way to signal that she is receptive to being more intimate. Even if this is a totally subconscious movement, it can signal dry modes, which might also be indicating attractions. Why? That's because a slightly faster rate of breathing, which happens when someone is attracted to another, can dry out the mood. Number 4. Hip movements. Paying attention to a woman's hip movements can potentially indicate romantic attractions. If music is playing, take note of how she moves her hips, even if it's rather subtle. Such physical signs indicate that she's enjoying herself and might also signal her attraction. Number 5. Eye and facial movements. The face is a strong indicator of emotions, which includes attractions of course. As such, how a woman moves her head and eyes can be particularly insightful when it comes to indicating romantic interest. For example, a woman is more likely to blink rapidly or flutter her eyelids when she is attracted to the person she is talking with. In general, she is more likely to have an expressive, smiling face when demonstrating interest, including movements such as slightly raised eyebrows or a slightly tilted head. Male attraction through body language. Just as with women, there are certain body language indicators that men are more likely to demonstrate. In general, male attraction through body language involves ways of showing or accentuating masculinity and strength. This indicator listed below may incorporate movement or gesture that align with their ultimate goal, that is, creating a more intimate connection. Number 1. Showing fertility. Men like women also tend to demonstrate consciously or subconsciously their fertility to women they are attracted to. For example, this can include exaggerated posture, wide stance standing up very straight, shoulders back, etc. When sitting, this can involve opening their legs more widely, which takes up more space and indicates dominance. Number 2. Eye or eyebrow movement. Men demonstrating romantic interest are more likely to try to make eye contact with you, and if the eye contact is sustained, that's not a strong indicator. Hopefully it isn't too long, however, as that can easily cross over into creepy. Men are also fairly likely to examine a woman's body when they are attracted to her, which can include eyes dipping down to take in the rest of her. Finally, raised eyebrows are also a common indicator of attractions, and it can be done consciously or subconsciously. Number 3. Parted lips. While men don't tend to lick their lips or wear lipstick to draw attention to their lips in the way some women might, this is still an area worth paying attention to. For example, if you make extended eye contact and his lips suddenly part, this can be an expression of attraction. Men are also likely to part their lips in anticipation of a kiss. Number 4. Flare nostril. Parted lips can be a way to take a quick breath in, and flare nostrils serve a similar purpose. This is why it's a common reaction before physical altercations. In terms of body language attractions, flare nostril might indicate interest and excitement. On a subconscious and biological level, it's also possible that this is ordered to take in more of the other person's pheromones. Number 5. Opening up. When it comes to interpersonal attractions and body language, a general opening up the body as opposed to be closing up is always a strong indicator of romantic interest. For example, rather than crossing his arm and turning his body away from the other person, a man who is showing attraction will keep his arm uncrossed and his body facing more toward you. This generally means his feet will be more pointed toward you when standing, and his forehead will mostly be facing your own. Also, he'll seek to generally remove barriers between himself and the other persons, which indicates a desire to become more intimate. General neutral body language. Many forms of body language attractions are universal. That is, the behavior needs don't really vary depending on biological sex, gender identifications, or sexual orientation. Number 1. Showing availability. People who are generally more attracted to a person who shows availability. Showing availability might entail having an open posture with arms and legs uncrossed. Another common indicator is maintaining steady and prolonged eye contact rather than looking away or down. For example, at their feet, towel, their palm, etc. In short, if you are interested in someone, you are more likely to pay attention to what they are saying and more likely to mirror what they are doing. Number 2. Smiling. Smiling is another way that people show their availability when engaged in the dating scenes. Smiling typically makes you more attractive and inviting, while also expressing interest to another person. This is especially true of genuine smiles, which tend to reach the eyes, rather than smiles that may be expressed out of mere politeness. Number 3. Leaning in. An extremely common aspect of attractions and body language involves physical space. More specifically, it involves the distance, or lack thereof, between two people. If you observe two people that are leaning in toward one another and engage in conversations, it is a great sign that they are attracted to one another and they are the only persons on their minds. Two reasons can drive this behavior. One is a desire for greater intimacy and a desire to pay close attention to you, and both are indicators of attractions.